caring, a lady full of love, a sweet and gentle soul, like an angel from above. In your neighborhood, like you know you should, doing good in your neighborhood, each and every day. The Susan Show.
This week, Maxine Brown experiences a long-awaited reunion. Maxine Brown came to The Susan Show to look for her mother and siblings.
I'm looking for my brother.
Your brother?
Henry Reed, and my mother, Bernice Brown.
How did you get separated from your mother?
When I was about 6 years old, my father took me from my mother.
After her episode aired, Maxine's sister Beverly called. She now shares her story.
It's our Caribbean Connections reunion series, and it's the story of Maxine Brown, who came to find her mother, Bernice Brown, or any other family member. And today we have Beverly. You would be a sister to Maxine, yes?
Yes.
So when you saw this sister, what you thought?
I didn't saw her, no. I didn't saw her. It's just a family member saw the show and contact us.
So what did they tell you?
Maxine Brown looking for her mother.
Bernice
Brown, yes.
And your mother is Bernice
Brown. Yes.
So where is Bernice Brown?
She's in St. Mary.
She's still alive?
Yes, she's alive.
Here she's almost 80?
Yeah, over. Yeah, I think she's
over 80
yes,
years
we're
old.
hoping that, yes.
So did you go to her and ask her about this child? Did you know about this child?
Yeah, I know about this child.
Really?
The sister, yes. Yes, I know about
So
her.
any of your family members attempted to look for her?
Yes, there are times, where we think, I thought about her and I was wondering where she is and, and her father, because we were small together, those three of us, me, Faye, and she. So we went, you were living in town there, down Bond Street.
Who was living in town on Bond Street?
Maxine, myself, and my mother.
So you and Maxine are the same father? So where's the father?
Well, that's what I'm going to say to you now. My mother took sick, so she couldn't take care of us. So he came and he took so.
He took Maxine?
So I don't know what's the conversation, why he didn't take us. I don't know.
So where did Maxine grow up?
I don't know where she grew up because from there we lost contact with her.
But how old were you separated?
We were like 6, 7 years old.
She was older?
Yes, she's older than I.
So you said your mother got ill. I understand she has a mental issue.
I mean, she comes around, and then she went to St. Mary to live. So
Okay.
this is where
So she was living in Kingston?
Yes, before she got ill. So after she got better, I should say then, and family member come for her and took her to St. Mary. So that's where Faye and myself, with my mother, we grew up in St. Mary.
So how you guys don't know where the gentleman is?
At one point she said that he came from St. Elizabeth,
Yeah.
in Clarendon, but we don't know where. And she
Okay.
cannot give her a proper address, understand? And we don't, as you said, we don't know any contact for any other family.
Yes. So you were about 6 or 7 years old when your father separated.
Yes.
And then when you went to St. Mary, who grew you?
I grew up with my grandfather.
Mother's father?
Yes, my mother's father.
Right. You and Faye?
No, Faye grew up with my uncle. And then after a while again, we linked together again and we grew up with that uncle again. After the death of my grandfather?
Yes.
Yes.
So what was that like? All three sisters separate in separate locations, you're missing each other, what's going on?
I don't know about the rest of it, but I mean, and I always think about her. As I wonder where she is.
So you always kept that bond with Faye?
Yes.
And Faye now takes care of your mom?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure Maxine will be glad to know that she's still alive and well.
Yes.
All right, so you want to meet Maxine now?
All right. Yeah.
You remember what she looked like?
No, I
As
don't.
they say, you didn't see her.
Yeah,
Someone
no.
else saw the show.
Yes.
All right.
Too.
You know, bring her in now
Okay.
and hear her side again.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we're continuing the story of Maxine Brown, who came to look for her mother, Bernice
Brown.
How you know your mother named Bernice Brown?
Because it's on my birth certificate.
It's on your birth certificate.
Yes.
So she was married to your father?
No.
So how that?
Just coincidence.
Coincident that two Brown meet up?
Yep.
I wonder if they did some investigation to find out
Yes,
if they were
they
related.
did.
Because Brown is such a common name.
Yep.
Yes.
It is.
Remind us of the story you came to the show and told us.
I'm here actually to look for my mother, my sisters. I think it's about 2 sisters. They're supposed to be younger than me. And I remember my father took me away from home while she was out. That was 1969. It's about the 6th of September, 1969, a Sunday morning.
And you remember this because?
Because I always have everything in the back of my brain, and that was the same weekend that the money changed to dollars and cents. Yes, and I remember that. So he came to Kingston one Sunday morning and said he was taking me to the country.
How old were you?
I was about 7, between 6 and 7, because at that time I just started Chatola Park Primary School. Yes. So Trevor was in the yard playing, and he just come, take me up, pick up some clothes, and off to Clarendon.
Wow.
She never know anything because she wasn't there. So you know that when she come back, no, I was gone.
Yeah, so you thought you were coming back?
Yeah, I thought I was coming back. But then days goes by and on and not coming back. And then I just not hearing anything again.
Yes.
Nobody saying anything to me about them, and if I try to ask, nobody want to hear anything.
Yes.
Nobody want to tell me anything. And as time goes by again, my grandmother died 1974. So I came back to Kingston with one of my aunts.
Okay.
That's one of my father's sisters.
So you would be now
13. And I came back and I was in Kingston, go to school because I went to Holy Trinity and all of those, and was there still wanting to know what is going on.
Yes,
so
and where's your mom?
Nobody's still saying anything to me. Yes. Nobody's saying anything. I just can't ask no question. Nobody not telling me anything. But I still remember where.
So did you try to sneak off and go look if she was around?
Because I won't get so.
Like,
So, anyways, my brother now came to look for me at about 16.
from your mother's set of family?
Yes, he was the oldest one.
So he was living with you when your father took you away?
No, because he was an adult at the time.
The other 2 sisters are for your father?
My father said people say it's not his children, but I think they are supposed to be his children. But when I ask him say people say.
People say.
People
Not
say
him
it's
say.
not. No, not him say. Him say people say, and I must leave it alone.
Oh my.
That's not important. So I said to him, how come that not important? I want to know. He said, Cha, he asked so much question. And then I would listen to his other sister, family, and they're always talking things. But them not saying anything about where she is and where she come and nothing. One of my uncle now was working at Colgate, and him say, him used to see my sister, one of my sister. But him never said anything to her, and him don't say anything to me. That's how slight they were.
So which one he saw? Did you know their names?
I don't know which one he saw.
You know their name?
I know them to be, one to be Pam Pam and one to be Beverly. But he never said anything to me. So when my brother came to look for me, at that, he said he wanted me to come and know where he was living in Denham Town. My uncle said, no, I'm not sending me. This is another brother in Canada. He said he's not sending me, so he said he would come back later and never see him again. Because maybe he was upset.
And that's the only link to your mom?
Right.
So at the time you knew that your mom was still alive? Right.
Yes, he said yes. A few years after that now, my father's sister, another sister, said she saw her.
This is one of your sisters?
My mother came to see her downtown.
Yes.
At that time, she claims that my mother was now living in the country.
Okay.
I don't know if it's St. Elizabeth or St. Mary, but she mentioned St. Mary and St. Elizabeth. So I don't know which of them she was living now. She said she came and she asked her for me. She told her that she don't know where I am.
But she had you.
So I said to her, oh, you must tell her that. No, she had a baby in her hand. That means that she'd have another baby. And she never liked the way she was looking. But I said, then if you not think where the woman picked me, she must not look good. You understand? That's what I said to her. Years passed by, I asked her again. She said she never tell me that.
So hold on, let me ask you now, why this avid thrust to keep you separated from your mother?
My father's sister who told him to come and take me when she was going from Canada. She said she would be responsible for me because I was between her house and my mother's house. She was living off Walton Park Road at the time when we were living at Bond Street.
Yes, so she wanted you.
So she wanted me.
Ah.
Because I was actually live in between which here and my mother. So I used to go there on weekends because my grandmother used to come to the market, Coronation Market. But after I went to the country, my grandmother stopped going to the market and she went off to Canada. That's what my father told me, that is she tell him to come for me.
So who was looking after you?
That one in Canada, financially.
Ah.
So the problem is whoever was getting the money is just to use me to get the money. Right?
But what about your mom?
Nobody cared. And nobody cared how I was feeling or what I was going through. Nobody cared.
But look how many attempts you...
And I keep asking. But after again, every time, she did.
Oh, they told you that she died?
Yes. 1998, 99. I went to the country because I was having house problem. With my first son, I had my first son. You know, them always said them not rent no house would pick me. So I went down there for a Easter holiday with my son, the same place in Clarendon there. And while I was there, my father took sick, and then I was there just looking after him, right, until he died. And then after I have my second son, and then we just stayed there. But then my older son always said, Mommy, you know, I'm going to buy a van when I grow up and take it to the market. And when I get big, we're going back to Kingston. So in his mind, he just never want to be there. And every holiday, they always said to me, Mommy, we don't even have an auntie we can go spend holiday with. Every holiday, no. They said that to me because nobody call us. Nobody asks us no question. And nobody calling my children them. It's as if everybody is different from me. When he said that to me last year when I came to you, I said to him, don't worry yourself, I'm going to find somebody. I must find somebody before I go. Just last week again, my son said to me, the big one, he's in the States.
Pushing this thing,
yes,
boy.
And he said, Mommy, you don't have no family. What kind of family this in a way you say you grew up with? See what I'm saying? No? Because there's a cousin nearby to him and them just behave like, you know, we are nobody.
Yeah.
When Mother's Day come, my aunt that I grew up with, there's nothing inside of me to say Happy Mother's Day. No matter what I do, my father was never a part of the family. So therefore, I'm not a part of it.
Wow.
So it's a good thing that I developed now this kind of strength, you know, to defend myself. But there's no one to defend me, so I defend myself. That opportunity that was supposed to be there for me, created for me like a parents, that wasn't it. Because the sister now who told my father to come for me, you know, she wanted me in Canada.
Exactly.
And my auntie tell her, don't take me, take her daughter. So I was blocked out of that. But I just not decide not to pay them no mind. I just decided to just live my life.
All right, so we have someone here for you to meet. And she hopefully will give you a link to the rest of your family. Ready?
Yes.
No matter what comes?
No matter what.
You just want to find somebody.
No matter who.
Next, a reunion you don't want to miss. Maxine Brown came to the Susan Show to find her mother and other relatives. It was now time to meet her sister, Beverly Brown.
You know what the funny thing about this reunion is?
No.
Is your name, she remember?
Oh, yeah.
Your sister named Pam Pam?
That's me. That's what they call me. That's me. They call it.
And you're Beverly?
Yes.
Why would she remember you more than anybody else?
I don't know.
You used to play with her ear?
Probably. I said I don't know.
Or probably she used to look after you.
Probably.
You were the youngest?
No, Faye's the youngest out of the three of us too.
Everybody has always tried to separate her from her mother. No matter how much she asked,
Okay.
they would try to deny her a path
Really?
to her mother. Feel those little hands? Little hands. Look how tall this person is. A little higher than your height, eh? Feel her hair. Right. Feel her face now. See if you can feel the shape. Alright, so I have a young lady standing in front of you, Maxine. Who did you come to the show to see again?
My mother and my sisters.
Your sisters. You remember one in particular?
And
Pam Pam
Yes.
and Bev.
Yep.
So was I told that Pam Pam and Bev is the same person?
Yeah.
You just remember Bev, and you remember the nickname.
Yes.
Yes, but they are the same person. So who you think is standing in front of you? Pam? Or it could be the other sister. Which one you think?
Bev?
Both Bev and Pam are the same person.
Well.
All right. Open your eyes, Maxine. This is Bev and Pam Pam.
Really?
Open your eyes, my dear.
Jesus, have mercy.
And we're continuing the story of Maxine Brown, who came to find her mother, Bernice Brown, and her sisters. And the two sisters have just been reunited. Maxine, you see how they look alike? You see? Is Pam Pam and Bev in one.
Everyone here.
So the other person is Faye.
Oh.
And Faye is the youngest of the three girls.
Okay.
Now, Maxine has made many attempts to find out where her mother is and where her two sisters, which she lived with, are. There is an elder brother.
Henry? Yes.
Where is he?
He's in the States, I understand.
So he went away.
From those time, from
Right.
that time, he went away. So I don't have any contact with him either.
So at one point, she had some contact.
Really?
Yeah.
So we understand that your mother is still alive,
Yeah.
Maxine. She is ill, but she's alive. And I know they said she either went to St. Elizabeth or St. Mary, but she did go to St. Mary.
Oh, St. Mary.
So there was a truth there.
Yeah. And then, but then when I asked her again, she told me I was lying. She never told me that.
A lot of issues and a lot of things happened in our past, but having found the other side now, I hope you guys are full of love and warmth and happiness, because she's missing all of that. So I saw what just happened just now. What were you feeling when you hugged your sister just
Oh,
now?
God. I just feel that bond.
And how did you feel?
I feel great, Susan.
You feel great?
Yes. Because I've been, I have it in mind to been asking about her.
Yes. Well, tell us how much time you remind them about her.
Our
and all
sisters, we talk about her, You don't remember Miva? Miva was the bigger sister.
No.
She was the bigger one, and she told us that, and your father, you had a brother in East.
Maybe she used to see. Because he told me that he saw one of my sister. But he never said anything to her.
Because she was the bigger one, and she took care of us. She's in town here, but she was unable to come.
When your dad came and took you away, Maxine, why did he tell you that he took you away?
He said to me that his sister was going off to Canada. And she told him to come and take me. And she will be responsible for me.
Yes. The mystery is, if all of you are Brown, there's Faye Brown, Beverly Brown, and Maxine Brown, and your mother is also Brown, why did he take you and not the other two girls?
Because people say, they're not his children.
Is that the first time you heard that?
Well, since I saw it on the TV and the statement that she gave, that's I think the first thing I hear.
After you guys were born, your mother had another child?
Yeah, she had 3 other children.
After Ellen?
Yeah.
So tell her the story about seeing her pregnant now.
My aunt told me that she came to look for her downtown where she was working.
Okay.
And she asked her for me, and she saw her with a baby in her hand. And she was pregnant at the time again.
Oh.
But she told her that she don't know where I am.
Oh.
And then she said she never tarried because she said she was trying to catch a bus to St. Mary.
Oh.
Your mother was trying to catch a bus to St. Mary.
She was going back to St. Mary. That's what my
Right.
aunt told me,
Right.
to St. Mary. So I started to wonder now, St. Mary or St. Elizabeth, which is with. But on my birth certificate, it is St. Elizabeth.
That you were born?
No,
or that your
she's
mother
from,
lived?
yes.
Your mom
Yeah,
is from St.
she was
Elizabeth?
in St. Elizabeth. She was living in St. Elizabeth.
So where she
Because that's where Henry born, Henry father, and
Yes.
Neva and me. Those are the bigger ones.
So there are 3 sets of that set, and then you 3, and then another 3. Wow, sets of 3. All right, so there are 2 children who were born like a year apart after you guys?
Yeah, I think
They're close in
those
age?
in age.
Yes, so there's some truth to what your auntie said in terms of being pregnant and having another baby on her. So Maxine, we're so happy that you've been able to find who you came to look for. Eva and Pampa, who is one person, and Faye, and of course Miss Bernice Brown.
At least me remember something.
Yeah, well, the little kids always remember the nicknames. They always remember the nicknames. And of course, I know you'll be able to get in touch with your brother at some point.
Yes.
And there are other brothers and sisters that you have down there in St. Mary that you don't know about,
I think
who were
those
born
were
after you,
Yeah, those were
right?
after.
And there's a set before you
Yes.
that she's talking about.
I don't know
Meva
the
and
one
all
before. I
of those.
just know us 3. I
Those St.
remember.
Elizabeth.
And Henry.
So
and
you,
Henry,
you have a
I
couple
remember.
to
Yeah.
meet with, yes?
I
And of
remember.
course, your mom.
Yes.
You'll have to go and see her as soon as possible. We
Yes.
encourage that. Anything you want to say before you go?
Well, I'm just happy to know that I find everybody, including my mom, still alive.
Yes.
But that's what I wanted for my children, especially.
Yes.
So they keep asking me, they keep saying something, and it bothers me.
I'm happy to know that I find her, because she always been on my mind. I'm always talking about her, you know. Always been talking about her, Susan. And we said we're going to find her. And we know we're going to find her. And we're just happy to know that I find her. And so happy, thank you for being, you know, on this show, because this show is you're doing a great work. And we may not be able to pay you, but your reward is in heaven. God will pay you. So,
For a big one.
big one. Yes.
Beverly now speaks with Maxine's son.
Beverly, how are you?
I'm okay.
You look like my mother, eh?
That's what I understand.
I'm so happy to meet you too. It's nice to meet a piece of the family.
Yes.
We need everyone to come in together, you know? Where are the others?
They're around separate places.
Okay.
Yes.
They're in St.
Mary,
Mary, St.
St.
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth.
Kingston.
And overseas too.
So we're going to meet up with your Auntie Faye now.
Okay.
Coming up, Maxine meets another sister. It's the story of Maxine Brown, who came to find her mother, Bernice Brown, and her 2 sisters. And here's one of the 2 sisters that she left behind. This is Faye Brown. Faye, you remember Maxine?
No.
She was bigger for you.
Yeah. Only heard of her.
What have you heard about her over the years?
That she was the first of the 3 of us.
She disappeared. Her dad took her away.
My uncle took us to St. Mary, and that's it.
So we understand that you care for your mother now. Tell us about Miss Bernice.
She has a nerves problem. She remembers all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, but she don't really like town.
She's originally from where?
She's from St. Mary, a place named Killancally.
How did St. Elizabeth come into the picture with your mom?
What I heard is some preacher lady took her from St. Mary and took her to St. Elizabeth as a little girl. She always followed the preachers, like people come in the district and preach. And there was this lady asked her mom if she could take her with her. Her mom consented and she went. The rest is history.
3 children later, she's back.
Meva, Henry, and Mimi.
And then she met Mr. Brown.
I should think so.
Feel that nice coat? Lord Jesus. Holding on to Sister Faye's hand. It's one of the other sisters who was in the house with you.
Okay.
You ready to see her now?
Yep.
Faye, open your eyes first. What she look like, Faye? Oh my. All right, open your eyes, Maxine.
She looked like a picture that I have on Facebook.
Of you?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's so many years.
Yes. It's good to see you. I will be 57 July coming.
As I guess, because we're 2 years apart.
Yes.
And I'm 53, I'm 55, so you should be 57.
So you're the youngest one.
I'm the youngest of the three.
What really happened? I just always been trying to find you guys and just couldn't. Because nobody was willing to tell me anything.
Initially, I have a baby and I remember. So you guys have to tell me what happened.
Oh,
'Cause
from
initially,
the day
yeah, what happened?
Okay. My father came to the yard on Sunday morning, and this was like September, the 6th of September, 1969. And he came the Sunday morning and said his sister said he should come and take me because she was going to Canada and she will look after me. Right? But mom wasn't there. She went off to the country for the day. So that was what happened.
So your father took you?
Yes. To
So
Clarendon.
what about us?
I don't know.
What happened is, well, my mother brother, the one that the man that fathered us, the uncle that fathered us, he always said to me, if I know that I have my mom's name.
Okay. Thank you, Lord. We've cleared up this mystery. So you got your mother's name, and so did your sister, Beverly. When he took Maxine away, what was the rumor that you heard?
He said people say you and Bev is not his.
So we were always wondering how the Brown came in, but both mother and father had the same name. So you actually got your mom's name.
Mom always remember you. And you know, there's me. Well, I met me 3 years ago. Just 3 years ago. The night when you came on Susan's show, was sitting right here. And her son, is me's son, which would be your nephew, called to say, turn on the TV now, turn on the TV now. Maxine looking for you. But by the time because look, you were just going, you were wearing some whites. Yes. You just see the back of you.
All right, so short visit, Miss Faye. Wow. Family is extremely important, and we should do everything to keep it together. If you haven't seen or heard from a relative, call or visit them today. Remember to keep doing good in your neighborhood.
Thanks for watching The Susan Show. See you next time. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notification to see videos as soon as they're uploaded.